And with a weather warning for rain in force, find out if you're in for a soggy weekend in the forecast in just a minute.
The warmer temperatures have been amazing, Becky. So the big question is it going to last?
It feels like spring, doesn't it?
It does.
It feels like spring. And I want to say, yes, it is going to be mild over the weekend, but it's also going to be wet. So I'm afraid there's still a sting in the tail. We are definitely going to be seeing some heavy rain across the UK, I'm afraid. It's difficult to follow the goat, you know. Sorry, I'm trying to make this a little bit more, you know, grab you on a Friday evening. I followed a goat, now I'm talking about rain warnings for the weekend. What can you do? So this weekend, we are expecting to see some really quite wide-reaching weather warnings across the UK. Now, it's not the fact that the weather for everyone is going to be incredibly heavy. The rain's going to be very incredibly heavy, but of course it's falling on already saturated ground, so the river levels are really very sensitive indeed. So we do have a weather warning in force. Also, as I was saying, it is going to continue to be very mild indeed. Yesterday, temperatures got up to 18 degrees. It's the middle of February and we were seeing 18 degrees. Over the next few days, not quite as mild as that, but even 15 or 16 compared to what we should be seeing, which is 8 degrees, will feel very mild indeed. So it feels like spring. And in fact, we've also got another hazard of spring, and that is, of course, tree pollen. If you're a bit sniffly at the moment, that's because the tree pollen season has started early. It is going to be a little bit suppressed through tomorrow because we've got all the rain, but then on Sunday it goes back up to moderate or high levels. I can't believe it's happening. It's so early for all of this. Let's have a look now at the detail. A word of warning to people who are about to pack away their winter woolies. We have this every year. It's mild, and then just when you think it's over, winter comes and bites you in the backside.
Oh, you remind us every year. Becky, thanks very much.
Right, let us look at all the details for the weekend. It's not going to be all bad. We will be seeing some sunshine. It will be feeling mild, and there will be some dry weather around as well. But we do have a big lump of very heavy rain to contend with, and that rain slowly spreads eastwards throughout tomorrow, turning drier and brighter through Sunday. And as I say, staying very mild indeed. Let's get the detail then. So we look ahead to this evening and overnight. We do so with really just some murky conditions across the western parts. It's a very quiet sort of night, drizzly bits of rain, and just look at these temperatures. These are sort of temperatures for most away from the far northeastern parts of Scotland we would normally expect to see during the day at this time of year. Now, on to the start of the weekend proper, and as you can see, we've got those systems moving in from the west. There will be some dry and bright weather to start the day. The best conditions through Saturday will be to the east, and it's the reverse of that on Sunday. And here's that weather warning in force, which kicks in at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Then we jump ahead to Sunday. Now, that system is going to be clearing off the scene, we think, for most of us, pretty quickly, but we've still got the weather warning in force because the impacts of that heavy rain are likely to be felt across much of the UK for much of the day. But an improving picture, the further north and northwest you go, the better the conditions will be. As I say, it will be mild and largely dry as well by the second half of the day, and there will be some brightness in there as well. And again, just look at those temperatures up at 14, 15, 16 degrees. As I say, not bad at all for the middle of February.